Thank you very much for giving this opportunity to share my views with this August gathering. The star of the scientific realm alert call was: who is accountable and answerable for global financial crisis, for global economic crisis, for global environmental crisis? His call was to give their opinion about all these crises. That was Stephen Hawking. Then the community or the people who answered also posed the same question to him. He also said that I am also not aware, but surely we are heading for sixth extinction. Sixth extinction may be within another 2 decades or 3 decades or 4 decades, whatever may be. But he forecasted that we are heading for something like a sixth extinction. Then Elizabeth Colbert, one of our very best science writer, meticulously researched and published a book combining the scientific facts and analysis and her own observations. Very clearly, she recognizes the reality of the planet we live and publishes a book to alert the heartbreaking news and to wake up a call as given by Stephen Hawking. He told this tragic story of upcoming geological forces, especially the mindless destruction of rich biodiversity of the world, that is, bioregional specific ecosystems were taking care of the breathable air and elixir of water. That is water supply catchment. Water supply catchment and the biodiversity plays a very important role. And the biodiversity of the particular region, which are mostly of native species, will play a great role in maintaining the health of the membrane, the breathable membrane of the atmosphere. So, this will certainly we are mindlessly destroying the highly productive ecosystems. To cite an example of our own state, Hubli-Ankola Railway, when the era of pandemic is going on, the government of Karnataka convenes a meeting, a special meeting, an emergency meeting, to launch a project of Hubli-Ankola railway station, cutting 3 to 5 lakh trees of native species. It cut across from the most productive evergreen forest, and a linear strip will be opened where it virtually destroys lakhs of trees and creates a festering source or cancer spots of access to the biodiversity. And it cut across the Dandeli sanctuary also. Then the next project which they have cleared, Banagata National Park, denotifying about 100 square kilometers. After 1978, when it was declared as a national park, it was recovering beautifully when this Banagata Ragihalli State Forest has been butchered and they were converting the native trees into charcoal to supply charcoal to the cantonment, to supply catchment to run the buses between Anekal and Bangalore city and various places in the 19th century. Whole forest was butchered. But now the entire Ragihalli State Forest were recovering with a biodiversity, which I will explain a little bit later about Shoria tellura. Locally it is called Jalari Mara. Native one. Full of jalari trees were there. The details of jalari trees, where they used to extract lac and etc. And when it is in bloom in the month of February, it kills all the bacteria in the ambient air. It kills all the viruses in the ambient air. And the Albizia lebec and keystone species, that is from the ficus species, etc. It is recovering now, and now government of Karnataka wanted to convert this to convert this 100 square kilometers into a concrete jungle. Another great thing what they have done in great hurry about the quarrying, crushing of the hills after hills in Nandi Hills. In Nandi Hills, if you just see that there are signature hills. What is the signature hill? Signature hills, Makli Betta. What is Makli Betta? So many people may not be knowing what is Makli Betta. Makli means it is filled with Dacolopsis hamiltonii, a small shrub. It has got a great capacity to penetrate the rock up to a depth of 30 to 40 feet, laterally about 20-30 feet, and make the rainwater to get into the subsurface and to revive streams. That's the reason why our ancestors named it as a Makli Betta. And the medicinal value of this root is for making excellent soft drink and pickles. Now virtually it has been blasted out. That is the breast of the Mother Earth. Breast means that is the rainwater gets into the subsurface, and this ecosystem with not only this one Dacolopsis hamiltonii, so many other species, Amidismus, etc., and other tree species. So they passed an ordinance to allow this type of quarrying and sand mining to make rivers totally barren. That is, all these things is happening in the pandemic era. That is within this 4-5 months. So, not only in Karnataka state, in all over India, even some experts like elephant experts go to elephant habitat where they have destroyed the hill by government organization, and he recommends at the high level committee, as a member of the committee, and gives his consent. Strangely, one of the Geological Survey of India director advises Karnataka government. In Karnataka, there are 100 spots where we can find the gold, and we can start exploiting the gold to get more money. We know what is happening in the gold mines in Kolar, etc. So I would like to come and devote some time about the biodiversity role in maintaining the quality of the breathable air. For instance, plumeria. There are more than about 300-400 species of the plumerias. This plumeria species will play a wonderful role in taking care of the bacteria and viruses in the ambient air. We have planted about 3 years back, about 5 years back in Cubbon Park, about 100 varieties of the plumerias and in Lalbagh. Our ancestors used to plant this plumeria by giving a name called Devaganagalu near at Grama Devata. Grama Devata means a deity which will take care of the Gram village. So whenever there is an endemic breakout, they used to go to the Marama or Patalama and worship her to take care of them. So they planted this Devaganagale invariably in every Grama Devata. So now if we just go into the details of their ecological services, they will purify and kill the bacteria in the ambient air. Surprisingly, Aurobindo and Mother also have given a spiritual definition for this species. They have given a spiritual definition called psychological perfection. This species spiritual definition given by Aurobindo and Mother is psychological perfection. What is psychological perfection? So, they were able to give a definition for the flower. The 5 petals of the plumeria composition reflects sincerity, faith, devotion, aspiration, surrender. That means these sacred plants have a role in inspiring through their fragrance, through their beauty, through their color, and also taking care of the miasma which we release in the ambient air. For instance, Plumeria rubra, white and yellow, and the flowers of deep rose. So all kinds of colors you can come across if you visit Cubbon Park, what we planted about nearly 6 years back. Now they are in full bloom. Unfortunately, the walkers will go and pluck the leaf, that entire inflorescence. So another very important plant which has been our ancestors recognized as a sacred plant is Nerium. There are different colors in Nerium. All the Nerium species flowers throughout the year, and they play a very important role in maintaining or cleaning the miasma in the ambient air. Another very important plant normally we used to plant in and around human habitat is Acacia farnesiana. Kasturi jali, what they call it. So coming to the other very important tree, jungle tree is Albizia lebec. Albizia lebec is found as a native in and around Bangalore, and it purifies the breathable air. It is antibacterial, anti-allergic, anti-dermatosis. Most important thing is bark is used for bronchitis, flowers used to cure cough bronchitis and tropical pulmonary eosinophilia, that and asthma. Neem and Pongamia is quite well known. How many trees in and around Bangalore and everywhere we are destroying this type of tree species without understanding their ecological role in maintaining the breathable air. This is my last presentation. Last year, 2019, February 23rd. I am blessed with a great granddaughter. And family was excited. We performed a birthday celebration with our family priest and with only 10 members. After that celebration of naming ceremony, I asked my daughter Jyoti and my granddaughter Pragna, what is your budget for celebration of the birthday? My granddaughter told me it is about roughly about 50,000 rupees. I suggested, instead of spending 50,000 rupees, why don't you transfer this 50,000 rupees to a great ecologist Ramegoda, a Soliga tribal, to raise about 5,000 rare endangered threatened species of 50 species, which I wanted to plant it in Challikere IISc campus, RET species. So the 5,000 saplings of 50 species are ready now. They are coming to Lalbagh within a day or two. Then we will shift it to the Challikere IISc campus, where I'm going to plant this 5,000 saplings of RET species in the IISc campus, where they are going to take care. There is a watering facilities, etc. Because IISc sought my assistance to restore the ecosystem in IISc campus at Challikere. So we felt very happy. My daughter and granddaughter felt very happy. And this 50,000 rupees, 5,000 saplings, RET species will remain there in the IISc campus for about at least 100 or 200 or 300 years. And most of them are selected exclusively of Jalari, Albizzias, all kinds of other species which will improve the quality of the breathable air, quality of the elixir of life water. Thank you very much for giving me this unique opportunity. Thank you. Thank you all of you. ಆಯ್ತು ಕುಮಿ. ಸೆವೆಂಟೀನ್ ಮಿನಿಟ್ಸ್ ಆಗೋಯ್ತು ಆಗಲಿ. 17 ಮಿನಿಟ್ಸ್ ಆಗೋದು ಇಷ್ಟು ಬೇಗ.
ಹೌದಾ? ಆಯ್ತಾ, ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ಮಾಡಲಾ?
ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಡಿ.